Photography for me has been a lifelong journey. About the time I was 17, a friend of mine had a camera, and I remember picking it up and zooming out on one of my friend's daughters, and it took my breath away. Like, I became instantly addicted to photography, and for me the passion was really with children and capturing those memories. You know, when you start and you photograph somebody's baby, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're photographing their first steps, and then you're photographing when they lose their teeth, those moments are just paramount. And I found that was my niche. That's where I felt like I was able to provide something to people that really mattered. Over time, as I started to grow a business, I started to realize that it wasn't just the pictures of the people, but it was the relationships that I was creating.
My name is Holly, and I met Sandy 20 years ago. I called her and made an appointment, and she took my kids' photos when they were 1 and 3 for the first time. And that's where my relationship with her began. She just so beautifully captures a moment in time. And as a mom, especially the ones of your kiddos as they grow up, those moments in time are precious.
So for me, having watched these children grow from babies to toddlers to children, and then they come back as high school seniors or brides or grooms that are getting married, even though there are years in between that I don't see them, I'm the studio that they're thinking about because I've captured everything along the way. It was probably about 8 to 10 years back that I was working on a marketing campaign, and I decided to download a list of my top clients. And I started to realize that these were the people that I had photographed for their children's entire lives. And I realized that these people were my legacy. And all of a sudden, I went from wanting to create a marketing campaign to wanting to thank them and wanting to let them know that I appreciated their loyalty and all the years of working with me. So we started calling them legacies. Usually it's a young family that comes in with a new baby. That's typically the beginning. And over time, I realized it's really about the experience. When a client comes in, they're trusting you with their baby, with those memories. Those moments are priceless. And as long as you take care of them and you treat them well and you're consistent with your work, they keep coming back because they don't want to create that relationship with anyone else.
I love every age and every stage with my boys, but certainly they grow and time goes and progresses, and in the busyness of life you forget, and so then you see those moments and you remember.
Oh, beautiful, that's gorgeous. When I started my company, I could have never imagined that the babies that I was photographing someday would be the brides.
Hey.
Hi.
It's mind-boggling to me because I see their lives in moments. I capture these things. It's something that is such an honor, and that's why I love it. Is I feel like, in a strange way, I'm just a part of the family. It's pretty spectacular. You got it. I realized that I've photographed an entire generation of people, in the sense that I started with babies and now these babies are having babies of their own. So it could be the period at the end of the sentence, but for me, I feel like there's a part 2. I feel young enough and excited enough and passionate enough about photography. I hope to get all the way through a second generation. I hope that someday I'm photographing brides that were my baby's babies.